Okay, today we're going to remove the front cover of the clutch in a 1275 GT Cooper motor, pre-verto type clutch. It's a 81 Moke. So first my approach is going to be I'll remove the coil, and then I'll attempt to move this frame out, panel out to get to this bolt. I'll disconnect this arm, then it should be a matter of taking these bolts off, and then removing the plate to access the thruster bearing for the clutch. So this might be a bit of a journey. I've got limited mechanical experience, but enough to remove this cover. So I've disconnected the battery. I'm just going to take the clutch cylinder out to make it easy to access. I've taken the front cover off. To make it easier as well, and I've jacked up the vehicle and supported the motor. So I'm just going to remove this clutch arm and the coil, and then this small plate I'll be able to push it out a little bit further to take this front cover off, I hope. Okay, so we're still progressing from removing this cover plate. We've removed all the bolts. I've removed the arm for the clutch, which was just taking out the pin on the bottom arm, which is just here, and the pin you can see is still in there. I'll just put it back in there. So I've removed all the bolts except for two, which you can see, one there and the other one is just underneath where the starter motor goes. I've moved this plate out a little bit more distance from the end of the clutch because it's got to come out about 50mm. So the next step is that I'll take the two remaining bolts out and pull it out. I've had to remove the motor mount as well, so to make it a little bit easier. So I've had to remove the motor mount, which sits, if you can't see it there with the light, and this sits underneath that arm on the frame, so it's been removed. So it's just a matter of undoing the bolts, remaining nuts, and try and take it off and then see what we've got inside. Okay, so I've been able to remove all the bolts. I had to push this plate out further so I could get to this point. I've been able to, you can see there, okay, so I've been able to take the cover off. I've had to remove or push this plate out further. I've got enough room there. Just inside there you can see the bearing just sitting on. I've been able to pull it out and put it back on. I need to get a better picture. I need a light. Oh, can I use that torch? We'll just put a torch on so you can see what I'm talking about. See that bearing? You can see there. There's enough room to get your hands in. I've pulled that bearing out. I've put the new bearing on. So all I'm going to do now is basically put this cover back on over the starter motor. Nothing's come out. Put the screws back on and put the motor back together. But I'll just quickly show you the old bearing and the condition. Can you pick up that bearing?
Where?
This is the old bearing. I don't need a light. Can you hold this? Just put it on my finger. No, the camera. You can, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's got a scratchy noise in it, and that's the bearings gone. Okay.